Hi, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. I'm going to get started in 2 minutes. Okay, just give me some more people a chance to get into the room. Please bear with me. 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay. And hope everybody's good. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. A little bit of a weird day today. The overseas markets have all been closed, all holidays. So really, the only thing we have open is North America, U.S., Canada. Uh, I am. I just did a little chipping away earlier. I just logged on literally a couple of minutes ago uh, because of the fact that it is a holiday overseas to get an idea of what's going on a little thinner than normal, and therefore we got to keep an eye out on moves. What kind of news do we just get here that caused the dollar to spike? So hang on a second. ISM, okay, let's do it. ISM manufacturing. So we had some pretty kind of hot numbers. Let's see, construction spending was higher. Uh, what do we got here? Manufacturing PMI, April. ISM manufacturing was important, is higher, 50.2, and it's actually expansion territory. New orders is higher. Manufacturing PMI for April is higher, and manufacturing prices is way higher. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Just getting a sense for what's going on here. So remember, the market is thin. North America is the only market that's open. Doesn't mean that there's nothing going on and maybe potential for trades. I actually, and I don't want to say got lucky, but yeah, got lucky. I just did a quick scalp on Nasdaq. Nothing much. I sold one lot. I bought one lot. I actually bought one lot. Got out almost right at the high. Moved my stop to break even. Came back down. Look out. Break even right away. It was not a quote unquote amazing trade. Looks like the dollar is picking up a lot of strength right now. Dollar yen is up back over 137. Looks like, let's see, euro wants to maybe come down under 110, big figure. Pound down to 125. So let's see. So the indexes, well, first of all, gold, typical gold. Okay, there's a nice move up. And then shoots right back down. That's just, so tough to trade. I was long in my futures account, a small position. I mentioned that I was going to build a small position in gold, but what I had found is that I kept getting up, and then it kept coming right back down. If you look at these big moves, look at these moves down. This is a 15-minute chart. Go out to 1 hour chart. Just take a look at gold. So you see every time it makes a move up, came right back down. Every time it makes a move up, comes right back down. Today, it made an extended move up. I was carrying a very, very small position. So I got out of it, took my profits, and now it's flat. But I am looking to, as I mentioned, I am looking to rebuild a gold position. But if you just look at what's going on over the last number of days, okay, see, up, down, up, down, up, down. So there's a big consolidation going on in gold right now. And you know what, I was tired of getting, in the middle, being up money and then being down money and then up money and then down money in these swings. So you know what? Sometimes you just gotta see what's happening in the marketplace and take a chance, and take your profit and get out and maybe wait for another opportunity, of which I may very well be doing. I may actually reignite that position. 1996. I got out almost $15 ago. I'm not so sure if I'm going to do it on this. I'm going to take a look to see if it breaks down a little bit further. This is the 1 hour chart. Let's go back to 15-minute. Okay, see what the 5-minute looks like. See if there's an area where broke down. This would be your key. If anything, this would be a key amazing trade line right here. Guys, understand that, right? Please. Key, because this one came after retracement. Yes, we understand. We talk about preceding line. I'm not saying this line right here is not important. Okay, I'm not. But remember, I like preceding lines when they come after a retracement. To me, is a much more important line. So just look at the difference. We had a move higher here, and then we had a retracement. We had a move high here, retracement back here, too close to form another line. But then we just had to move up one candle right back down, set another line. To me, okay, that's not a retracement. So therefore, when this pair was coming down there, when gold, was coming all the way down here, my target to look at was not this one, was this one down here, which actually helped very nicely. So let's just scout around. Let's just see what's going on. Now, if you remember, let's take a look at the yens in general. See what's going on. The Nasdaq, I was long Nasdaq, as I mentioned. Okay, just made a small amount, not a lot. $50 I think I made. I made a quick 50. Put my stop at break even, and actually the market moved so fast down that I didn't even get out of break even. It lost me just a slight pinch. Okay, that's it. Picking around today, the indexes were very strong early, as you can see. This is the Russell 2000 was the strong one of the day. S&P moved higher. Nasdaq was the weak sister the whole time. It started to break out a little bit, but so only because the S&P and the Russell 2000 were flying. When the Nasdaq, you see the candle here, when the Nasdaq finally started to move, I just hopped on a little bit, figuring it was going to catch the late run. By the time it did, and as you can see here, the S&P and the Russell 2000 kind of hit high, stalled, and started coming back down. Took the legs out also of the Nasdaq. Excuse me. So I got to eat some breakfast. To see what's going on. Let's take a look at the yens. If you remember last week, I started to focus on the yen pairs. Why? Because very disappointed, not me personally, but that one. Okay. Once again, we see some yen weakness across the board. CAD yen looks very strong. I say, if you're just looking at at everything that's going on here, these are the yen pairs. Okay, it's very simple. This is a no-brainer. Okay, you're looking for what we have here. Euro yen. Euro yen had a directional indicator, came down, came back up to the high of the day. So sold off a bet. Very strong. Let's watch Euro yen up here. Dollar yen we saw was back up on 137, very strong. Aussie yen moving higher. Kiwi yen moving higher. Whereas Kiwi yen wasn't that good last week, remember that. And CAD yen is also very, very strong. So maybe there's a trade coming up here to hop on in the yen. So what happened last week? Well, the BOJ came in with its new administration, the first press conference and interest rate announcement, and kind of disappointed the yen longs, who were thinking that maybe this was going to be the start of them finally reversing their ultra low easing policy that they've had going. There've been a lot of discussions about the fact that it's time to reverse that policy. And I think that there was a lot of hope that with the new administration coming in, you would get the first sign of that, and you didn't. Uh, well, I'm just looking at these where you have to find a place to get on if you want to go long. So anyway, there's yen weakness in the market, and yen weakness, it continues if you just look at any one of these pairs, and you see what happened from last week. Okay, what happened the end of last week? This is your 4-hour chart. Okay. It's got a lot of room down here. This is a big move to absorb. I don't know that we're going to be able to absorb that move. Again, this is a 4-hour chart. We had a big move up. It looks like right now we're getting a little consolidation. The next move expected. Well, it's premature to actually call this a consolidation. It's only a couple of candles. Stop below this line with a new high is definitely a possibility if you get down. This is the 4 hour, so we're not really playing with that. But clearly, yeah, going back in general, okay, at least for right now, what do we do? Or what do we say? Well, the first thing we're saying is looking at these yen pairs, and they're all in the same direction, all building strength. So at the very least, you're not going to go short a yen pair right now. Okay, you just the strength against the yens is just too strong, and so what you need to be doing here, well, maybe today, because if it's a thin day and the U.S. market thins out a little bit, maybe we'll get some retracements. But the yen is weak, and so as I mentioned to you guys last week, we need to have a bias of short yen, okay, or long the yen pairs as we continue until they straighten themselves out. Okay, so it's another very weak day against the yen. The question is, now that I'm logging on, where do you get in? And how do you get in? These are all 15-minute charts. Maybe you could notice a 4-hour chart, pound yen. No, let's go back to 15-minute. Okay. Let's just take a look. The problem is, boy, you want to be, like to be short. Spreads were also a little wider today than normal, but let me just take a look at 93. Well, not necessarily euro yen is okay, but pound yen, it's a 3-point spread. That's a little high for pound yen. I don't like that at all. I don't like playing trades again with high spreads, especially if you're only looking for. Got to think about it. If you're going to be in a trade for 30, 40, 50 pips, if that's your target and if that's what your risk is, then that's one thing. But if you make it in and out of trades on you're looking for a quick 10 pips or 15 pips, very, very difficult to do risk wise if you're doing it on something with a 3-point spread. Okay, because if you're looking for 15 pips, what you really have to do is you have to make 18, right? Not 15, because you can start right down with 3 points on the spread. Okay, so you have to make 18 down, 18 to cover that, not 15. How's everybody's weekend, by the way? Any questions? Anybody have any questions? Okay, feel free to kind of jump in. I don't usually like buying highs, but just look at what's going on here. Euro yen, Aussie yen, new highs. Kiwi yen, new highs. CAD yen continues to fly. Euro yen is the weak. I don't call it the weak sister right this second, but I can't sell it right up at the line. Just can't do it. All right, so these are the yens. If anything, you want to be, long any of these yen pairs, short yens in general, obviously, or long any of these pairs, if we can find a place to get in. We don't chase. Okay. Unfortunately, more fortunately, we don't chase. And right now it's a chase. All right. Let's look at the Aussie. I'm going to go back to look at some other things. If you look at the Aussie, look at the 15-minute Aussie. See, guys, this is how you use the amazing trader lines. I mean, just look how they're building right now. Obviously, this thing is moving up. Okay. And you can look at this chart. Even if you take away the lines, you can look at the chart and you can say the chart is moving up, it's moving up. Okay. Well, sure, it is. That's great. But along the way, giving you a lot of lines, key areas where there would have been areas to get in. Okay. And then put the stop below and you continue to move higher. Areas to get in, put your stop below the lines, room to move higher. Okay. So these are beautiful textbook charts. But now we're up here. And so now if we're going to go long up here and chase this, it can, but you got to be prepared, right? To have it come back to at least down at, somewhere into this area. That's a better trade. A better trade is when you can catch a move like this. Okay. Not up at the top of a move like this. This is so tempting. This is why a lot of people, a lot of retail traders ultimately lose money. Right? Because they chase areas that and there's no reason why this can't retrace back into this area. So even if you're going long and you want to protect your trade, you got to put your stop underneath this line. Okay? Because anything can come back anywhere into this area. Totally possible. So you have to have your stop below this line. This is 65, 90, 65. So come on, man. That's 35. That's 65 pips away. I'm not putting on a trade 65 pips away, especially on a 15-minute chart. So, you can try and swing on the momentum, moving up, moving up. Okay, so just barely took out the high here in the euro. I'm sorry, I can't chase, but you got to have a bias again on short euros, on short yen pairs. So back to my normal screen, see if there's anything happening. So these are the yens, obviously, right? And you guys know, I'm sure you guys know how to do this. I'm actually going to be creating another couple of profiles. I like the yens. Once again, a lot of people look at like the Norwegian currencies against the yen. That's once again, when you start getting out to those kind of currencies, for longer term trades, I don't really have a problem, but I don't really do longer term trades. Most of my trades, okay, are 15, 20 point trades in one or the other direction, unless I let it run. And because they're 15-point trades, I shy away from the higher spreads, the larger spreads. I shy away. It's very difficult. Okay? These pairs a week, I just don't. These pairs a week. So this is what we could say about the yens and then move on. The pairs are very weak. Okay. I don't really have a place right now to jump on. Maybe Aussie yen, if this confirms. It's 10.18 though. See if this line confirms here. This would be nice. A little Yama, Aussie yen, a little retracement down here. This is a good way to look at the amazing trader for an ideal entry. Okay. When I say hope, we're going to hope. But hope is a bad word. We're going to look to plan. Okay. So what would a plan be? A retracement down somewhere. Okay. This line confirming. But, the timing has to be right. I am not taking a leap of faith right this second that this line is going to confirm. We still have 11 minutes to go in the candle. It would be very easy for this to come back down and take out this line. I don't know that it's going to, and everything is strong coming up, but it's very important. You should notice as traders also, there are algos out there, and people look at the way candles close, and they do a lot of their technical indicators off of the way candles close. It's important that you watch how a candle closes. It's very important, especially if you're day trading, to watch how a candle closes, because it's an indication, or could be a very good indication what the next move is, or where the algos are, are trying to push something. So as you can see right now, this is, let's just see where the Aussie is 91.03. So we're 30 pips away. And then you obviously can't put it in a stop at 91.03. You got to use, once you're down there to 91.03, then you really got to use the 91 big figure, at least as you stop, and then go down to like 90, 95 for a stop. Okay. Once you get close to, the big figure attracts the number. When you get down to 03, you're going to get it down there. That, you might as well, if you're going to put a stop at 91.03, you might as well do a slightly smaller position and put your stop down at 90, 95. Okay. And let 91 big figure serve as another area to protect your trade. May not. Okay. It may not, but it also very well may. So you always keep that in mind when you're using, even if it's the Amazing Trader, and don't go blindly off of a line. If a line is at a key number that we know will serve to potentially, be a place, for a battle resistance on the way, the support on the way down. All right. Take advantage of that number. Take advantage of a big figure and put your stop below a big figure. Don't put it at 03 or 04. All right, because once they get down to 203 or 4, they can make a real hard attempt to push it at the big figure. Okay, and you want to let the big figure hold. So, as we can see right here, CAD Yen is holding up as the strongest. But we're getting a little bit of retracements right now in the yen pairs. Okay, which is why I said very simply, all right, we don't chase. Now, if you're trading the yens, how much better do you feel already that we did not chase these highs? Now, I am not looking for the highs of the day to be put in quite yet. The yen has been very, very weak. These are very powerful moves. It would not surprise me to see it come back, stop, and then pick up and regain its momentum. But for right now, we are in retracement mode. I am not playing a retracement down. I may look to get in at a key area, saying, look what's going on here, Aussie yen. Right. All right. Now, this was clearly, right, by eye, when we were up here, this was clearly going to become a confirmed line. So it appeared, right? So it looked like it was going to become a confirmed line, right? But I'm telling you from very past experience, okay, when you have 13 minutes left in a 15-minute chart, a 15-minute candle, I don't really care. I don't really care how far it is away. The confirmed line, it's only one candle, this line to confirm. It's the entire move is in one candle, so you can actually see railroad ties. You know what railroad ties are? Okay. Railroad ties, boom, like a bullish, solid bullish, followed by a solid bearish candle, like railroad tracks. Okay. You know what I mean by that? Yeah, like right here, railroad tracks. Okay. And as you can see, once again, these yen pairs are consolidating. So let's see what else is happening. There's nothing to do right this second on the yen pairs. It's 10.23. I'd like to see how this Aussie yen kind of does. Any questions? Anybody? Okay, quiet day. I guess you guys are all sleeping still from the weekend. Hang on. Okay, let's see what else has happened. This is Aussie, and I think I have that on my I'm going to pay particular attention to the Aussie, and I'm going to go back to my oops. So my main screen. You guys know how to set up profiles, right? So you can switch back if you want. All right, I have a main screen. Main screen, 4 things I look at all the time. I look at the indexes down here. Russell 2000, S&P, NASDAQ. I have all, dollar index, dollar yen, euro dollar, and then sterling dollar. There's euro. Switch. Let's do this. Sorry about that, guys. I told you if this ever happens, right? If this ever happens, just switch the time frame. If you ever come up with a chart that gives you the not connected, especially if you have a lot of charts up, you may find one chart that will do that. So especially if you have a lot of charts up. So look what's going on here now. Dollar. After that news, we had a gap, and then it's continuing higher. Euro, we had a gap, continuing lower. Sterling gap, continuing lower. So we have a total now reversal in the dollar. There's not something out there they're looking at that shows potential interesting trade. I'm all for it. But when you look at moves like this, right, we already missed any significant AT trades. Okay, because we look ideally we look for a ladder. We look at a higher low of the day if we're around for that. Otherwise, we look to get on a ladder on the way up or the way down. These markets, like I said, are very, very thin this afternoon. And so you could just see these big moves not presenting us with any kind of an AT trade. Sterling at the low. Euro is at the low today. These look like they're breaking through. Sterling's breaking through. Dollar continues higher. Wouldn't be surprised if the euro broke through here at 88. But I also don't chase. I wish I could tell you something different, but don't chase. And if you do, here we go. If you do, put on a small, like I wouldn't risk, you can't go short here and risk what I would call a full position. Okay, and full position for me is what I'm teaching you guys is 0.25% on a trade. Okay. I wouldn't risk a full position here. First of all, you have to put your stop loss. Where would you put your stop loss on a short euro, right? You got to go all the way up here. Okay. And here we are looking like we're breaking down, pound breaking down, dollar continues. Look at these wacky moves on the indexes. Okay. Oh, there goes pound down. There goes euro down. Sorry, I'm just not chasing. Well, let's see if I can find a trade or two today myself. I hate sitting here not making, not doing anything. I should have been up earlier, but I knew that the overseas markets were closed. And even though there was activity, there was definitely tradable activity. I decided to take the morning off. Not the morning off, but take the early session off, wait till the New York session opened. So here we are. Now we're left for fixing. If anybody's looking at something that looks like they have something that's moving, it'll be great. Moving in the right direction. Otherwise, we'll be left with just trying to pick a range. Use an AT line and pick a range. So, here's gold. Gold is interesting. So let's take a look at gold. Maybe there's a small trade here we could do with gold. Let's see. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it's maybe a trade going on here on gold. Gold is 1996. Look at this move. It was that directional indicator. Okay, if you played the directional indicator, you know what? See, as this is an important lesson because I don't want anybody to get frustrated, but I also want you to understand the subtleties of AT. All right, and how to get the most out of it. This is important. All right. So let me just open this up a little bit. Okay. It's really, really easy Trading in hindsight is the easiest thing in the world. Okay. Trading in real time, not so easy. Trading in hindsight is the easiest thing in the world, especially when you go back and you can take a look and you say, "Oh, look what's going on here," and I should have been short. I should have been short. Okay, but let me tell you how you could have been doing everything right. All right, you go back retro. If you go back and you look at, okay, well, what happened? What could I did? What should I have done? Or where would I have done? Okay, so you had a directional indicator form. Okay, but this is important. All right, when was this line actually confirmed? Right, this line to create the directional indicator was confirmed when the following, right, starts in this candle, right? So this is really important, when the following candle closes, okay, that's when this line confirms. This candle didn't close until down here, okay? So that means if you would have gone, the minute that closed, if you would have gone short, you could have gone short right here and you could have caught this move. There's no question about it, all right? However, personally, I would not have done the trade, to be honest, and I would have been honest about it. And I'm not going to go back here and say, "Oh, look how obvious this trade is. Look how great, amazing trade it works." Because look how obvious it is. Well, the truth is that if this line wasn't confirmed until this candle closed, meaning the trade, we were already down here, right? To me, to me, I would have been waiting for a retracement, a little bit of a retracement. Okay, I don't get in, I don't jump in. This line confirmed all the way down here. I don't jump. I just don't jump in. If this line would have come back up here, if it would have, if we would have been up here somewhere, right, when this line confirmed, that's another story. Too far away from when that line confirmed for me to just jump on it when it confirmed. It's just too far. It's just too far away. The better trade would have been if you didn't get in up here, which probably didn't because this line wasn't confirmed yet. Right? Then the better trade would have been to hopefully to get a little retracement back and then get short. So look how obvious this looks. All right. Oh, this is beautiful. Here's a directional indicator and very easy and pointing it down, pointing it down. And look how easy that trade was. Well, as it turned out, it would have been an easy trade, but it's not a grade A trade. Okay. And we have grades for certain, we have 3 or 4 trades that we consider grade A trades and ways to play them. Okay. And the way to play this one would have been to wait for a retracement, not to chase it. So don't feel bad, anybody. If you're looking at it, you didn't play it. If you did play it, congratulations. If you didn't play it, don't feel bad. I would not have. Okay. I would not have. I would have waited for a retracement. I would not have gotten one. I would be sitting here going, I should have gotten in, I should have gotten in, and watching it go down, and I would have been aggravated, but I would not have done a trade. So don't be too hard on yourselves. These are one of the subtleties. Okay. It's very important to watch where candles close. All right. And a line that's formed by the amazing trader is a better line when it's confirmed than when it's unconfirmed. And I've seen plenty of times where we had a line that was unconfirmed and we were only 2-3 minutes away from that candle closing, and you say to yourself, you know what, it's going to confirm. Look how far away I am from it. It's going to confirm. And lo and behold, with 2 or 3 minutes left to go in the candle, and the next thing you know, the candle starts heading back, doesn't close, and it doesn't confirm on that line. And that does happen. So I ask you, when you're using these lines, if you really want to put the odds on your side as best as you can, learn to use them correctly. And to use them correctly, you need to make sure that the line is confirmed, unless you're so far away. But if you're so far away, you probably don't have an area to get in to a trade. So this is gold once again. And I am, boy, this is what you call just a nice little head and shoulders, big head and shoulders into a consolidation. I'm going to leave this be for the time being. Any questions, anybody? Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, no. Sorry. Hold on, guys. I shut down my nice shot, Mike. Hold on. Shut down my training program by accident. I have so many screens open. So hold on, let me get it back up. Give me a second. And then now I have no connection. Oh, there's some problems here. Here's a payment. I got that back. So I see it. So let's just see what's going on here. Time. I was looking at that gold and I'm tempted. And now here go the indexes again. Here go the indexes. See some gold, 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 gold. How big a lot is this? 0.72. I'm gonna go long gold. You guys, I'm gonna go long gold. See why they did it. Okay. Oops, hold on. So I am not sitting in trades for a long period of time. So hang on. A nice quick move. And what I'm going to do is 3.5. I'm about to take off half of this trade because of the blue line. Let's take a look. Should have got that a minute ago. I wasn't fast enough. Wasn't fast enough. Hold on the future side. Where are we? 1996. Okay, so I'm just chipping away here, okay? See if we can just so you know, wait, please. I'm trying to do some trades because there's not a lot going on. I put the stop below here. It's a key area. Yeah, I have to take out this key high over here. You know, it's not the greatest area. So I was hoping to get a little bit more. Yeah, I had a nice little move up and I didn't get out. I was waiting. Times at 10:39. It wasn't quick enough. All right, back to even on the trade. On gold. Mill another run if I can, and I'm gonna get out of half of it. Times at 1040. Oh, there's a 5 minute chart I'm looking at. Come on, give me a little bit more. Questions while I'm watching gold here, guys? Don't like it. I don't like it. It's just not. Move up here. Didn't get it. Gold. Gold is weak. Okay. I'm gonna leave it. See if it makes its move back up, and we'll see what happens. Gold 1994. I'm looking at my futures chart. It wasn't a great trade. So let's see. Still holding, but let's see. Any questions, anybody? Wish I could find a good AT trade right now, but no questions. Okay. Yeah. It's because yeah, see why is gold? Because dollar is really strong right now. Dollar is really strong. That's what's hurting us. 5 minutes on gold. That's what you get for going after a 5 minute shot on gold. 15. No, this is not a good one, guys. See how we're going to take out this line right now. Okay. No, this is not a good one. They're going to take me out. I'm going to let it get taken out. All right. I'm tempted to move the stop. I'm going to let it get taken out. I'm not going to touch the stop. We learned that. All right. But it already took out the line. Okay. So this trade is, once it stops right here, it is a bust. Just see if I want to. So 2000 is flying. I was at 1043. I am going to. Here we go. About to get taken out. Goodbye. All right. Not a great not a good trade, guys. That's what you get when you pick on a 1044. Let's just see something here. Hang on. Didn't hit it. I want to give it just a hair more room. Never do this. I'm just giving it a little bit more room. So I want to let's see if we can. 10:44. I like to see a candle close here. Let's just see what happens. Okay. See, just because this line is in, it's very easy. I always have. Gold is weak. Gold is weak. For right now. All right. So you see, it didn't. All right. See how the line didn't confirm. This thing is heading down. Uh, look how strong the indexes are. I hate losing money on gold. Gold has been so. Hang on a second. I'm gonna monitor this, guys. Come on. I am not. Don't get the wrong. First of all, I'm bullish gold, as you know. So hold on. And I'm tired of. So let's just see. I'm not giving this a big. Watch this. It's not such a huge position. Okay. I'm gonna watch this. All right. I don't want to get taken out in this area right here, on this area on gold. So I'm gonna watch that. Okay. But I'm certainly going no further than that. I'll take a loss. Once again, we have the weak dollar. Gold is at 19.8. Gold is way, way, way off its highs. That's why I want to kind of stay in this a little bit more. Anybody have any questions? Don't follow what I'm doing. Okay, as far as gold, I'm giving you reasons on kind of what I'm doing on gold, but especially on a Monday. Okay, 1:15. Why on a Monday? Because I don't mind staying in this position for a longer period of time on gold. All right. Any questions? I want to see if there's anything else going on right now. And let's see. Can't chase. See what the yens look like again. But just so you know, the reason on gold, right, as I mentioned to you, why I don't mind holding. Okay, it's just look what happened. Okay, we had the low Thursday, came down Friday, this morning, all kind of hitting into the same area. And then we had the big move up. You know, this is a key area. Okay, down here. And I don't mind, not the ideal entry. The ideal entry is down here. But what I am also going to do is I am going to take my take profit. Hang on. And I am going to remove my take profit, because if I get, hold on, let me just change my take profit, get rid of it. Okay, I no longer have a take profit. It is Monday morning. I will give the low of the day, the ability to trade today. Otherwise, I'm going to try and sit in this trade. Okay, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to let that trade run for a little while today, assuming I don't get taken out. Okay, but gold has just been is so range bound that because I've been following it. Obviously, I know because I have as I mentioned to you, I follow gold very extensively because I do trade some on my futures account. And as I said to you, I took off my position in the futures account earlier this morning because it kept back and forth. I was up and then down, up and down, up and down. So that's kind of what's been going on in gold. Gold's been in this range. So, I don't mind. We'll see what happens. Any questions? Anybody? They say slow day. Hope everybody had a good weekend, at least. Let's see. No other trade. I wanted to go back and see what was doing on the file. Let's take a look at the yens again. So what's going on with the yens? We have highs in on the yens right now, all right, except on the CAD yen. We do have at least one line in. It's not a confirmed high. Comes right back up. Can't buy up here, and you can't sell without at least a double line. And I'm not selling yens right now. Excuse me, I'm not selling the yen pairs. Okay, I should say. So that's nothing to be done here in the yen pairs. Maybe euro yen long, maybe here. We'll see. Let's go back. See what's happening in the indexes. See what's happening everywhere else. Any questions, anybody? I'm doing on my gold trade. See, yeah, you see what happened, you guys? Like I said, sometimes it'll happen, especially if you have a lot of charts out, like I do. There's always one chart that may not make the good connection. 1052. All right, slow day. This index is a high. I don't trust anything today. I don't trust a one-way move in any direction today. And remember, this is a big week coming up also. Please keep in mind, okay, first of all, we have the Fed on Wednesday, which is key. We have non-farm payrolls. Who else do we have? The Euro interest rates announcement. So it's a lot of activity going on this week. And I think the market will tend to make a little bit more sense. So this week we have in general, we have the last of the key earnings reports. Okay. And in general, it's been a much better than anticipated earnings season, but mostly on the big tech stocks, which you guys have no doubtly have seen that those big tech stocks, there's like 8 or 9 stocks that are predominantly making up the entire move that's happened in NASDAQ. And in the S&P, not even the NASDAQ, and the S&P. But earnings in general have been coming in, let's just put it this way, better than feared. Okay, better than feared. Wouldn't call them great, better than feared. So the end of this week, we should have most of the earnings out. We have the non-farm payrolls Friday. We have the interest rate announcement on Wednesday. And then we're going deeper into May. And you've all always heard this, if you've been trading for any period of time or investing, you always heard, especially in NASDAQ, sell in May and go away. I don't know if that's going to, if that's going to hold true now as well. But point being is that there's a lot of activity this week, which should give us a little bit more clarity on future direction of interest rates, future direction of the economy. So I expect a choppy week this week for the next couple of days in particular. And then, maybe we'll start to get some direction down the road. Any questions? I'm going to keep this one short today because it's such a quiet day in general. What's going on? Yields are up. Yields are up again. 2 years back over well over 4%. 10 years 3.5. We still have a 50 basis point, 52 basis point inversion. That's not good. Silver is up nice today. But silver, once again, silver's up big today. Say, yeah, where's my silver chart? Thought I had it somewhere. Ooh. Yes. No, yes. Well, that's not right. Oh, wow, it was up big. Still up big, but where is it? Still up 1.92%. It was up a lot bigger. And once again, you look at these moves, gold and silver. Okay, silver big up, reversal down. It's crazy. Crazy trading. All right, so that's silver. Not interested in silver. Also, silver has a big spread. So I'm really not interested in trading silver. Well, for that spread. Okay, gold. Russell 2000. S&P is up. Nasdaq is back up. See, Nasdaq is back up to where I had originally sold it or bought it and took some profits. Yeah. Well, there's certainly no quote unquote AT trades this morning. We missed the highs or lows of the day for the most part. And now it's just a question of trying to get on a ladder. And right. Yeah. You see, Euro we did break down, coming down a little bit. The dollar was very strong. Had a gap up after that news. And that's when things turned for gold and for silver and for the dollar pairs after the 10 o'clock news this morning. Boy, the indexes are strong. Here goes NASDAQ. Folks said NASDAQ is finally positive for the day. S&P moving, Russell 2000 moving. I just can't chase, and I'm not chasing today. Too thin of a market to chase. I'll come back and take a look at them later on. All right, guys, it's quiet. It's just about 11 o'clock. Unless there are any questions, I'm going to close it down for today and get back tomorrow under a little fresh. I'm going to try and stay long gold. That's my game plan. Again, I see the ups and downs. So I'm going to try and stay long and get out of today with the thinner market because that's the only thing that would really scare me. And we'll see what happens. All right. So unless there's any other questions, guys, we'll pick it back up tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit of a more normal day. Full liquidity in. Let's see. Dollar yen continues. Dollar yen wants to break high. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna let things sit for right now. And no way I'm chasing indexes on today. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. And I'm gonna stay long gold for a little while. Maybe I'll get out. Okay, maybe get out. I don't know if I'm gonna take it too low. But we'll see. All right, guys, let me just double check. Any more questions? Is there anybody has any questions? Nope. All right. So thanks very much for your time. It's a quiet day today, like I said, because of um, the markets overseas being closed. The entire world overseas is closed. Just North America is open. So that's it for today. We will talk again tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have a good day to trade. So thanks very much. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.